What's up, guys? It's Jay Fury back with another review for you, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Tobeco Hurricane RTA clone. If you haven't been living under a rock in the vape industry recently, then I'm sure you've seen the Hurricane RTA. Cost about 150, 180 bucks. It's an authentic, very high-end piece. Everyone's hyping it up, says it has like the best flavor you can get from a tank. So I figured out I would maybe take a look at getting a clone, see how it vapes, and go from there. So I reached out to Global Trade USA on eBay, and they sent me one for the purpose of this review. If you can see that there. This is the all black, and I believe this is the version 1.2 because it has the bigger inlets and all that stuff. But we're going to take a dive down and look at it, look at the packaging. We're going to take a look at what build I got in here, and then we're going to come back up. I'm going to give you my thoughts, tell you how it vapes, tell you if the hype is real. Does this thing really give us good flavor as the sub-ohm tanks we're used to, and our drippers and our aromamizers? Let's take a look. Let's find out. Alright guys, so here's your Hurricane RTA by Tobeco. This is the packaging that it comes in. You know, standard Tobeco packaging. This is a clone. I said that above, but of course it is. Everyone should know this. Take it out. This is what it comes with. Comes with a little bag with some extra screws and some extra O-rings in there. And here's your Hurricane. I like the black. I think the black looks really good. Sexy look. I don't believe they make an authentic black. It says Swiss made there. The Hurricane there has these little grippies. I guess these things are for grip. Every reviewer I heard that reviewed the authentic said they didn't like these things. Takes away from the look, but I guess it's for grip. You got your airflow holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the other side as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can open and close these up to have one side open or both sides open. That's very self-explanatory. I'm leaving it how it is. This is how I like it. I'll tell you up top whether I think it's enough airflow or not. But I'm going to show you the build I put in here. Show you what this thing looks like taken apart. Comes with its own drip tip. You can put your own drip tips in there. One thing I did notice is there is a little bit of a gap. I don't know if it needs broken in, and you probably can't even see that right now. It might have already broke itself in. But I had a little bit of a gap when I used my own drip tip. But that might actually be fixed. This is a PMMA or polycarb tank, so you can't put tank crack or juices in this thing, or this tank will crack. That's the only thing that sucks. I wish they would have made this thing glass. But it is what it is. I might order the stainless tank depending on how much I actually like this thing over time. And I'm not going to let you know yet. I'm going to wait till we get up top. So this is what it looks like all taken apart. You got your top section. Your chimney cover. Your deck. And the bottom section where the deck goes in. This is one problem that I found so far with this thing, is this pin does not come out. I've tried to push it real hard. I tried to unscrew it more and more. It won't come out. So I don't know if this is the one I received or if Tobeco made it that way. I'm pretty sure they made it that way, because it should come out. So it's not 1-to-1 because it doesn't have that spring pin like the authentic does. Definitely had some machining oil. I soaked it in some Dawn for a little while. and the stuff came off. So you got this piece. And one thing about this piece I can already tell is it doesn't fit in there super tight. And it doesn't push down any more than that. So another one in the authentic, when people pushed it down, it fits super tight. I'm just scared. And hopefully this ain't gonna move when I put the tank on and putting my build in here. I don't want my build to get crooked. So we'll see about that. But that's it. I'm gonna put a build in here. I'm gonna try a temp control build first using the 316L. So here's the build we got in here. 10 reps. SS 316L. Obviously not touching anything. Fits in there perfectly. So let's wick this thing. I'm assuming you're gonna want this a little bit tight in there because whenever you put the top piece on here, it has to block those holes off. You don't want it flooding on you. That's just my guesstimation, so that fits nice if you ask me. Not too tight, pretty perfect. So you want to put your wicks up, feed them through here. Of course you want to have that lined up, so your wicks would do that. I don't know if I want to go that route and cut them off, or if I want to do the little S shape inside, which I've seen a bunch of people doing. Alright, I think I'm going to go with the little S deal. So I got it looking like that. We'll see how that does. Hopefully that ain't too much. Alright guys, so you saw that we're back up top vaping on the Tobeco Hurricane RT8 clone. We're going to see what it does. I got this thing, the build came out to 0.72. I got it at 22 watts, 500 degrees, temp control mode. And it has been wicking. I seen the bubbles coming up. So the amount of wick I put in there, I thought it might be too much. It wasn't too much. Got both airflow holes open up wide on each side. This is not for cloud chasers. Absolutely not. This is way more of a restricted vape. Most people who reviewed it said just mouth the lung. Some people said you could pass with a lung inhale, just not like a breathing one from the huge airflow that a lot of people are used to and that they like. So let's give it a vape. So you can see the vapor production, not huge clouds, but I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised by how much this is producing. I'm surprised by the hit that I get from these airflow holes from what I've heard. Okay, let's hit it again. I can get a direct lung hit without a doubt. I just have to make that clear. I can get a direct lung hit from the Hurricane, no question. I mean, I don't like super wide open airflow anymore. I definitely don't like mouth to lung restriction. But with these two holes open, for me, it's a perfect draw actually. I'm very surprised. I wasn't expecting it at all. So I was thinking I would get a really cool vape. Maybe the flavor would be there like people were saying, but the vape wouldn't be warm. I have to tell you, it's a really warm vape. Is the hype real? Yes, the hype is super real. I can't even believe it. I filmed the down low part of me taking it apart and putting my build in first. And I was planning on taking this thing out for the day. But as soon as I wicked it up, I threw some Pancake Man in here. And from the first hit, just instant freaking flavor. I can't believe it. I'm blown away by this tank. I didn't expect to even like this tank. I thought it would be more reminiscent of a K-Fun. It has the same build deck as a Typhon, if you remember those. Flavor is way better. I mean, I've heard people compare this to a K-Fun. I can't believe the comparison. I mean, the flavor I get out of this, it's very close to my Aromomizer. It really is. I don't know. It might even win. It might even have more flavor. Of course, it's not smacking you with the watts that I have that thing set to with dual Clapton coils in it. But for a single coil quick build, I imagine this thing's going to conserve juice as well. If that's possible, I'll be so happy because I'll be able to use my premium, more expensive juices in here and not have to worry about it. I don't know. With this tank and my Aromomizer, I might be able to quit dripping altogether. Not that I don't love dripping still, but it's so much more convenient. Alright, so where can you get this thing at? I'm going to put a link in my description for their eBay page. They got this thing selling for a really good price. You can get black or stainless steel. It holds 3.5 mils of juice. You know it's a plastic tank, so you got to be careful. It's 304 food grade stainless steel. Brass construction. It actually has a 1-year manufacturer warranty, I guess, through Tobeco. Brass contact pin. It's not 24 karat gold plated, obviously, like the Authentic is. Comes with extra screws and O-rings. The Authentic doesn't come with that. It don't come with nothing. I'm not saying get the clone over the Authentic. I'm saying don't spend $180 on anything until you try it first. That's my opinion. I never would. I'm not going to buy the Authentic still. I can't. My vape budget, it doesn't go that high. This Cyclone mod's the most I've ever spent on anything. It's my favorite mod in the world. That's a different story. I wouldn't buy your $600 to $800 mod. I wouldn't. I'd never spend over $3 on a mod. On a tank, I don't know, $80 maybe. But that's about it, guys. The tank's amazing. The hype is super real. I'm in love with the Hurricane. I didn't expect that I would be. I can't wait to try other juices in this. It's one of those things. It's been a while since I got a tank or a dripper to where the flavor was so good and so different that I wanted to go back and revisit a bunch of my favorite juices and see how they tasted in it. I missed those days. It's been a while since I had that. I do have it with the Aromomizer, don't get me wrong. It's my favorite tank, but it sucks juice down so fast. And this thing, pretty sure will conserve juice. Maybe I'll make an update video or ask me in the comments. I'll let you know how it does on juice for the day with a full tank. But please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. If you got any more questions, let me know. I highly, highly, highly recommend this tank more than I ever expected to. Thank you for all your support out there, and I will see you next time. Peace.